saying opposites attract. And thank God we have different personality types in the world. We really thank God for it. I love when dating sites tout compatibility. I can't speak for everybody else, but the last person in the world I would want to have a love relationship with would be a clone of me. So thank goodness that there's differentiation. And opposites attract, that saying might not just be an old wives' tale or urban legend. I mean, there is sound scientific proof that we select on a physical level differences in each other that provide a competitive advantage physically to our offspring. Whether it's athletically or through immunology, they have a better immune system. Through pheromones, we actually pick that up, and our instincts help us select love partners that can produce children with physical competitive advantage. I do believe that someday scientists will discover, and they haven't done this yet, but I believe they'll discover that we pick personality types the same way we do for physical advantage, for social advantage. Look at it this way. If an extrovert, which is one of the type preferences, introvert versus extrovert, if an introvert and extrovert have a child and raise that child, both of them will imprint on that child. That child will learn how to get what they want from each different personality type in their parents, and they'll also learn how to connect with those two different personality type preferences. This will give them tremendous social advantage when they become adults. And I think somehow, instinctually, or at least emotionally, we are aware of that. So we do, pick, and opposites attract, is probably a very true statement. Now that may help the children of an introvert and an extrovert have social competitive advantage, but it certainly doesn't do much to alleviate the friction that is sometimes caused by differences in personality type preferences between the couple and their love relationship. This class, the value proposition of this class, is to learn how to celebrate those differences, how to imprint on each other, and actually use those differences, those sources of disconnection, the differences in personality, to become the tremendous source of connection. I love to talk to judgers, and judging perceiving is one of the personality type preferences in the Myers-Briggs personality type inventory. And judgers like to control everything and control time. Perceivers like to allow the thrills of life to come to them. And when I talk to judgers, I always like to use the analogy of being a child going to the amusement park and going through the haunted house. And I say to them, listen, how much less fun would it be if you knew where every single ghost was going to jump out at you, or every single loud horn was going to go off and try to scare you? The ride just wouldn't be that much fun. And that's kind of the way perceivers go through life. They don't want to know where the next thrill is coming from. They allow the thrills of life and the challenges of life to come to them. And as a result, their priorities might change during the course of a day, and they might actually be late for some appointments or even late for some dates. And to a judger, that drives them crazy. So what we do in this class, again, is go through different scenarios based on the different personality type preferences, and we teach you kind of how to love each one of them. So I will see you in the class, and we'll get right down to it. See you there. Hi, you're in class 202, Loving Different Personality Types. If for any reason you're in the wrong class, please let us know. We'll get you right over to the right class, and don't sweat it, that can't happen. As the Patch Adams guy in the intro to this class told you, the value proposition here is to learn how to celebrate the differences in your personalities between you and your love partner, and how to get the most out of those differences in your love relationship. Before we get into the actual material, what I'd like to do is outline some of the objectives that we're going to need to meet in order to deliver on that value proposition. Number one, we're going to review the Myers-Briggs type profile inventory, the personality type profile inventory. And then we're going to discuss why different personality types between lovers can cause friction, and what typically happens in a love relationship when you have different personality types. Number three, we're going to suggest methods to learn the value of each type of personality, and each of the different preferences has tremendous value to it. So we're going to learn what those values are so we can appreciate them in our lover. And then number 4, we're going to talk about how to turn those differences, which are typically the source of friction in a love relationship, into the source of tremendous connection. So I'm excited to get started.